platforms and a lot of places that are 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 making sure that we're Black and sing like Black people sing in the church and do ad libs. It's like, yo, no, we need your record to be 2 minutes and 40 seconds. You need to do you need to do this, you need to do that. And then when you turn on your radio or you look at the playlist, they not, you know what I'm saying? You don't even know who's programming the playlist. You know what I'm saying? And it's a whole thing of where is the state of R&B at right now? How did I get in the conversation? Because I'm launching a label, Love Records, and I love R&B. It's always been, you know, just the number one thing that I love to do, you know. And my favorite new artist, who I'm happy to say is on my album, has just joined us. Summer, what's up, Summer?
Hi.
How you doing?
I'm all right. Bad.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
You look so pretty today,
Oh, thank you, sir.
as always.
I'm just glad for you to have me here. It's an honor.
Yeah, thank you. And it's just want to thank you for, like, you know, everything that you've done. It's especially when I look at what makes an R&B artist. Number one is vulnerability, and I just wanted to have a conversation with you. What do you think makes an R&B artist, and what do you make sure that you take with you in the studio and with your art form?
I definitely think storytelling and soul is what makes good R&B. Um, Coming from a real place makes it easier to really like connect with people
Mm.
instead of just like, letting someone just cook up something that you can't relate to, I guess, if that makes sense.
Yeah, definitely. But as an R&B artist, do you feel like you have the opportunity to be exposed? Do you feel like, how do you feel like being in the genre of R&B? Is it an easy road? Is it a hard road? Is it, you know?
It's not an easy road because I feel like I can't make the music that I really want to make. Um, I know, like I'll give somebody some shit with hella soul, but then niggas only get excited about like the poppy stuff or like they'll just they get excited about the more upbeat stuff, like, oh, this gonna go to radio, this gonna go to radio, but the shit I feel like that the people really want to hear, that want to connect to, they don't be excited about that. So
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's was one of the things that I was trying to say on Who Killed R&B. Who killed the freedom of a vocalist of your stature being able to sing from her heart, you know what I'm saying, and following the footsteps of Aretha Franklin, Mary J. Blige, all of the greatest artists in the world, and you want to put out something that showcases your stuff that's comparable to the greats in the feeling and the emotion, and there is something that is a concerted effort to dumb down some of your greatness. That's what I was trying to get out of the conversation, because I feel like a lot of R&B is dumbed down in a sense. And when I speak to artists that have, like yourself, that have worked with me on the album, they're like, yo, man, I feel so good. I could just like sing the way I want to sing. And
yeah,
so, yeah.
I feel that. I really do.
Do you have to go through that? Like a lot where you feel like, you know what I'm saying, you have to put some cut on the soul?
Yeah. Even like I said, I was never gonna do another album, but if I did do another album, like it would really be like some old school straight. So like, thank God, like you said, for Silk Sonic, like that type of shit is what I want to do. But I don't know if it'll go anywhere. But at least I had fun.
Yeah, and that's what the conversation is about. I want everybody to get that clear. You know what I'm saying? Um, R&B is not dead. There are so many young artists, and anybody, hey, yo, Jeff, shout out to Jeff and her. Anybody that you know got offended by me bringing the truth to light, it's not to offend, but it's to is to start the conversation. So as if I'm gonna be in the R&B game, I'm gonna be pushing back. I'm having conversations today with people that actually will try to tell you how to produce a record or talk about a time, but they never talk about the feeling. They don't talk about the feeling no more. And so as I started the conversation, because I was like, man, there's so many talented artists that are out there. And I think this is right now we're going through an R&B renaissance. So I actually think that because of artists like yourself, like, like The Weeknd, you know what I'm saying? Like Chris Brown, of course, the king of R&B, list of names, LMA, because of that, there's a research.
Jasmine Sullivan had to throw
Jasmine Sullivan's on the album. She is, definitely one of the greats, one of my favorites. And there's such a resurgence that's going on right now. But the resurgence is at jeopardy because of the algorithm and because of who initially killed R&B. Now, R&B got killed, and I'm gonna give y'all the answer, who killed it, when you had these executives that never was about R&B, but the algorithm started, and the algorithm said dance music. And then so they would take our artists and say, yo, have them make dance music. The algorithm said they want it simpler. So then on your choruses, it was like, no need for you to add an ad-lib, And so as R&B starts to have a renaissance, R&B is important for the balance and the frequency of life. Babies wouldn't be made without R&B. You know that babies would not be made without R&B. The frequency of love, something that you could go listen to when your heart is broke, something you could go listen to when you fall in love. And so that's what I'm here to unify us with. You know what I'm saying? Is that as R&B artists, as producers, I feel like we should be heard more. And I started to bring this up because I got this record with her, and the record like a 5-6 minute long record. And that's just what I wanted to do. And I realized, man, like, yo, you got the opportunity to do that, but some other artists, they trying to make them forced and put them in a box. And that's what you can't do with R&B. Like, you can do numbers on hip hop because you understand the structure, but R&B is supposed to be able to have freedom to go to bridges, go to vamps, and do other things.
I was concerned about that, like, the time thing is really a thing. I've heard that a million times, like, oh, Summer, it's too long. It's too long. It's too long. Like, I remember when songs back in the day was literally like 6 minutes long, 5 minutes long, and it's okay. I mean, if it's fucking music, especially, like, let it go, let it, like, that is really a thing.
Well, I wanted to talk to you because you are definitely, you are great. I tell her every time I see you, your voice, I pray to God this is not your last album. You know what I'm saying? And I want people to know that artists, this is a real thing about R&B in this conversation, because you have Tiana Taylor that retired. You got Summer Walker that's talking about retiring. It's because they tired of the motherfucking bullshit. That's what I'm bringing to the light. So please don't retire. Thank you for being on my album. Thank you for checking in with us. We're going to be begging you to keep on putting out music. Shout out to Elvion and the whole crew over there. And it's just, thank you for your time, because your perspective is one of the most important perspectives out there, because your talent is at that level. You know what I'm saying? So just love.
You hearing that from a legend is crazy. So thank you.
It's the truth. And I look forward to us to making music together where there's no restrictions, making more music where and we can just feel. And to all the R&B artists and producers, remember, it's about the feeling first,
Call me.
I will. Love.
Bye. Thanks.
So